What's this? Maybe I should have let that music play out a little bit more. Oh, no. A couple of bots have come to visit my channel. Door is locked. Have ourselves a thingy. Some scales or something. Or I think. Morris Express. Christopher Sterling. Delivery manifest. 2 of 3. It's a bunch of stuff. Oscilloscope. Some boots. Been added to the relevant paperwork. Cannot open these. Nothing in there. So we'll say it's not quite like Da Vinci or The Room, because they're sort of obsessed with these sort of machines and mechanicalness. There's a bit of that though. Would you look at that? Curious. That is the way we came. Nope. Oh, where's my cup of tea? Let's drink more of that, but green door has not been explored, nor can it, because we are missing over there. That's downstairs. Then what is this? That's just a door we can't go through. There's a clock. There is a lever inside. We have ourselves like a giant Chinese coin. Okay, it seems to require power or something. Shield? Knight? A door with lots of masks. So there's power. That is going to open that. How do we open this? Hmm. I don't know how to save. 02. I'm assuming automatically saves? That tea is not very well made at all, I'm afraid. Cool. That's presumably the way we came in. The button? A handle or something? I'm not understanding the this sort of spatial connection. When everything seems to be wired in a way that I would have assumed they would be. Not that one. Come back to that. I've been trying to discover the source of the radio interference. It's only subtle, but you can hear it on every station. Everyone says I'm imagining things, but I know it's there. Maybe they just have bad hearing. I'm sure it's gotten worse since we first arrived here too. Today I went for a walk around the island to find its source. The weird thing is it seems to be coming from everywhere, even right down to the shore. But it was a lot stronger near the castle keep. If that's the source, then I reckon Uncle knows what it is. Probably one of his experiments or whatever he's doing here. He says to keep the keepers off limits, so we'll see about that. Curious. Okay, but I don't want to listen to that constantly. Coins. Klingon dagger. I know, why do you have a Klingon dagger? Fair enough. January 22nd, 1995. Astra and the children arrived this morning. It's been a long time since I last saw my sister. I can't say that I was thrilled when she told me that she wanted to come and stay. I do not relish the idea of living with her, and I don't look forward to small children running around my home either while I'm trying to complete my research. Given what she has gone through, I could hardly refuse her. She's still as vacant and irritating as ever, drawn to all sorts of mysticism nonsense. Perhaps after all these years, we'll finally find some common ground, but I have no high hopes for that. She gave me the gift when they arrived, an odd dagger with the blade split down the middle, one of which rotates when the pommel is turned. Curious design, and I can't see any reason why somebody would make it. I'm not certain why Astra thought I would want such a thing. I finally met the children. They have certainly grown since the last photographs I received, as children tend to. The boy seems shy and more than a little overwhelmed by the size of my big house, as he calls it. It's quite the explorer. We've lost him 4 times since breakfast. Clementine is far more like her mother, overwhelmingly enthusiastic about everything that sparks her interest, to the point of being utterly exhausting. Unlike her mother, though, she seems somewhat more engaged with the reality. When Astra said that she could feel the spirits of the ancient halls speaking to her, Clementine immediately began drawing up a list of questions for her to ask them, wondering if her camera would be able to photograph them. Say the camera obscura. When they don't have a body. An irritated Astra stalked off at this pragmatism. Even as a mother, she maintains the petulance of when we were at school. Part of a globe. It's in the case still. Oh. Cool. Look, homeward, angel. Excellent. What was that noise? My God. Is that one of the ghosts? Oh. Oh. Wisp. There you go. I think I've seen this exact setup in a different game. More buttons. Yeah, it's very escape room-esque. Science! Symbols. Pagan, probably. I don't know. Led Zeppelin symbol. But yeah, I can swap things around. But I need a reference. There we go. Huh. So, moon. Because it's not there, it's not there, it's not there. That one only has one symbol. And so it needs to switch where the meteor and the sun are. What? So the meteor isn't in any of those two. So the meteor's to the left and the sun to the top? Meteor can't be the left, that's where the moon is. What? So I'm interpreting Scribble as don't put this here, which is why I was like, okay, moon is not there, moon is not there, moon is not there, moon has to be here. This seems like you trade that symbol with that symbol, but I don't have either of those symbols because they're all scribbled out. There's also only one sun and only one whatever symbol that is as well, chaos and sun or something. Gonna put the meteor at the top. Okay, fair enough. That one, the fact that I sort of accidentally got there, because I only got two, and you can sort of guess the last two. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. We're missing a button. another one. Where are you? Hmm. Okay. There's the green door. Oh, they're not wisps, they're robots. Whimsical rabbits. Oh yeah, I did have an unsolved puzzle. The ceiling. Raid! It's a raid! Like I said, what were you playing? I don't know what this is. We have another door. Is this also shut? Is. Hello, Fruity Spruce. I'm poking at things. This is what we do in this computer game. We poke. This is the Eyes of Ara. A puzzle game with puzzles in. Ooh, I've been meaning to play the System Shock remake. I might even own it. Yeah. I just did a weird thing with a clock. Not sure what's up with that yet. Just the room with the ceiling. Okay, let's not brute force it. There's probably an answer somewhere. But it's interesting that we can leave the room without finishing it. There's technology here. Okay, green room. You have to exist for a reason. Here with the knife. And it looks like we plug things into 2 slots. There and there. I have no idea what this is. I can zoom in on it. I cannot stab it. Ah, there we go. Second one of these things. Curious. The third one of those things. The drawer. Suspiciously blank painting. A cuddly toy. No, there isn't a cuddly toy. I was lying about that. A star map. Like this room needs power or something. A curious room I found myself in. I don't seem to be able to interact with anything. Just the way back. No, it's even deeper. Okay. Code. 05. Oh, damn it. What's the... 0514? I can't remember what the System Shock code is. It's not going to be that anyway. The immersive sim code. Another one of these plates. 0491. I'm gonna go in there.
Behold!
Percy, it's green.
Okay, there we go. That's just for me. That's a joke that only I am going to enjoy. A fridge! There's something about this place, there's something old. It's like this place has been around for a while. Older even than the mortar and the stone which holds it. Something fluid, vaporous. There's a feeling of occupation. Though the passageways are long, empty, I feel an ancient aura pulsating through and outwards. It's something that, despite the castle's history, I am only now, as a denizen, fully appreciating. Something someone lies wake here. What? Something on someone lies wake here. What? What? The townsfolk love to tell stories, haunting children into obedience, but ghost stories never frighten me. Warnings that a terrible fate befalls all those who dwell here are just waves crashing on rocks. I can feel the spirits around me speaking to me, directing my brush as it glides across the canvas. I am not fazed. The art I am making in our new home is born as some profound compulsion to understand something I cannot fully see even. I'm not captaining the ship as the picture forms. I know the spirits are here. The children know it too. We know we have to escape to the night place. Or the right place? Christopher, I think, feels something, though he is too stubborn to admit an assault on his rigid world of numbers and straight lines. But I can feel their influence on him. He has become terribly reclusive since he moved away. He hides in the tower, indulging in his own secret games. I worry about my brother. I fear the spirits are not fond of him. Mysteries of the Zodiac. He was a thing. Some coins. Two crystals. Three crystals. I cannot remove the crystals. I didn't want to keep the crystals anyway. Emeralds, whatever. Under the table. Okay, we hide and we seek. There we go, there's the last one. It's a clock. Or at least a round thing. We could stab with this again. Other way, John. That'll do it. When we find where that goes. And it might be a case of just going out to the clock. History and legend. Ah, there we go. While most of the surfaces in the castle present a bare brick or wood as a face, consequence of the castle's geography, a geographically and economically remote location, there are none the less variety of notable details to be found for those who take the time to look. Perhaps the most striking is the frequency of celestial and astrological iconography, suggesting many inhabitants of the castle maintained a connection with the night sky. We'll return to this topic in Chapter 12. More typical designs can be found. Take, for instance, the wood panelling shown in the following photographs, which demonstrate the artwork typical of the castle and other residences in the surrounding area. Figure 1 shows a basic design, a square of 9 icons in a regular pattern. The pattern in Figure 2 is more complex. Pay particular attention to how the directionality of the icons is used to lead the viewer's eye, beginning with the top left corner, flowing one by one to the bottom right. What is unclear, however, if the snaking pattern is intentional or yet another example of one of the castle's occupants altering the aesthetic for their own pleasure. Down, right, up, left. That is not what that's for. Oh, I found another room. Cool, we'll go visit that in a second. Green door. And right down. Up, left, up. Down, right, down. Right, up, left. Down, right, down. Left, up. Down, right, down. Right, up, left. Okay, I might have missed a room because I wasn't really looking at all the ceilings obsessively. That's the room you came from, John. Here we go. All the ups. Fell down? It's what's that there? Oh, fair enough. It's a list of stuff. Squid Games. Down, right, down. Right, up, left. Down, right, down. Up, right. Left. What? Right. Down right, up right, down left. Down right, up right, up left. Shield. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, triangle, square, square in the middle. So that means like that. Then has like, that's a square, triangle, so it's like that afterwards. Triangle, square. And then we need the second half of the piece of paper to continue. Couple more coins. Our collection. Conversations between the inhabitants of Sirius and that of Saturn. Ah, you cannot be serious. That's what Saturn said. Before devouring his son, after his excellency laid himself down to the secretary, approached him. You have to admit, said Micromagus, the nature is extremely varied. Yes, said Saturnian. Nature is like a flower bed within the flowers. Ugh, said the other. Leave off with the flower beds. The secretary began. Nature is like an assembly of blonde and brown-haired girls whose jewels... What am I supposed to do with your brown-haired girls? Said the other. Then she's like a gallery of paintings whose features... Certainly not, said the Voyager. I say again that nature is like nature. Why bother looking for comparisons? To please you, replied the secretary. I do not want to be pleased, asked the Voyager. I want to be taught. Tell me how many senses the men of your planet have. We only have 72, said the academic. We always complain about it. Imagination surpasses our needs, and we find with our 72 senses, our ring, our 5 moons, we are too restricted. In spite of our curiosity and the fairly large number of passions that result from our 72 senses, we have plenty of time to get bored. I believe it, said Micromagus, for on our planet we have almost 1,000 senses. Yet we still have a kind of vague feeling, a sort of worry that warns us that there are even more perfect beings. I've travelled a bit, and I've seen mortals that surpass us, some far superior, but I have not seen any that desire only what they truly need, and who need only what they indulge in. Maybe some day I'll happen upon a country that lacks nothing, but so far no one has given me any word of a place like that. So the Saturnian and Syrian proceeded to wear themselves out in speculating, but after a lot of very ingenious and very dubious reasoning, it was necessary to return to the facts. How long do you live? Said the Syrian. Oh, for a very short time, replied the small man from Saturn. Same with us, said the Syrian. We always complain about it. It must be a universal law of nature. Alas, we only live 500 revolutions around the sun, said the Saturnian. Translates to about 15,000 years by our standards. You can see yourself that this is to die almost the instant one is born. Our existence is a point in our lifespan as an instant. Our planet an atom. Hardly do we begin to learn a little when death arrives before we get any experience. As for me, I do not dare make any plans. I see myself as a drop of water in an immense ocean. I am ashamed most of all before you how ridiculous I figure in this world. Okay, those numbers are probably kind of important. We did have a code, didn't we? I'm being a bit lazy when it comes to writing shit down. As I want to do. Continue upwards. Very dramatic egg. Come back here, Wisps. Not an egg, but a flower. I have the sun. The power of the sun in the palm of my hands. Ooh. Do you like the sun? Huh. Did all that for Blue Wispy Woo. Oh, maybe I'm missing the button. I feel like there should be another button. Hmm. It might just be upside down. Down, right, up, right, down, left. It was worth a try. Maybe it's already solved, but I feel like this is where I'm supposed to get the other half of the piece of paper from. Okay, whatever. I'm apparently blind and had gotten that wrong. Hope that's not a part of a puzzle. Action figure. Okay, I was expecting that something a little more. Not sure what I'm doing now. I think I might leave it here. I'm feeling a bit off. And part of that's probably just because I'm tired. But this was a nice try out. I'll come back to this. Probably it's like 12:30 for me. But I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Come back with something less brain taxing and play this. Hopefully at a time that makes more sense. But I'm happy with the progress I made with my first go. I will say the sort of meta progression is a little hard to follow. But I enjoyed it and will carry on. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching. Been the John Struck. I've been having the eyes of our adventure. Farewell.